requirements of the long-term funds. Capital markets may be classified as primary market and secondary market. Capital markets have been undergoing metamorphic changes in the recent past. Indeed, the intensity and speed of changes in the marketplace is rendering all veterans of the field redundant. Dynamics of the market calls for changes in the laws, rules, regulations on a continuing basis. Consequently, new concepts are added to the capital market lexicon almost on a daily basis. Let us turn to present some statistical information. During the period April 2009 to February 2010, there were 38 public issues which mobilized Rs 37,135 crore as against 21 public issues which mobilized 2,082 crore during the same period in the previous year. During April 2009 to February 2010, mutual funds mobilized 2,45,246 crores from investors as compared to Rs 70,400 crores during the same period in the previous year. The market value of asset under management stood at Rs 7,66,870 crore as at the end of February 2010. During April 2009 to February 2010, mutual funds liquidated Rs 6,430 crore in equity and invested 1,89,938 crore in the debt. During April 2009 to February 2010, FII invested a total of 1,13,221 crore, of which 90,292 is in equity and 22,298 crore is in debt. If I am to quote a market in the word of Kenneth Chang, I quote, "A market is the combined behavior of thousands of people responding to information, misinformation and whim. That being the situation, the key strength of Indian capital market include a fully automated trading system on all stock exchanges, a wide range of products, an integrated platform for trading in both cash and derivatives, and a nationwide network for trading in variety of securities. The securities market in India have made enormous progress in developing sophisticated instruments and modern market mechanisms. The real strength of Indian securities market lies in the quality of regulation. The market regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, is an independent and effective regulator. It has put in place sound regulation in respect of intermediaries, trading mechanism, settlement cycle, risk management, derivative trading, takeover of companies, etc. There is a well-designed disclosure-based regulatory system. Information technology is extensively used in securities market. The NSE and BSE have almost advanced in scientific risk management systems. The growing number of market participants, the growth in volume of security transaction, the reduction in transaction cost, significant improvement in efficiency, transparency, safety, and the level of compliance with international standards have earned the Indian securities market a respect and the new global economy. Securities market has two interdependent and inseparable segments: the new issues market and the secondary stock market. Primary market provides the channel for creation of sale of new securities, while secondary market deals in securities previously issued. The securities issued in the primary market are issued by public limited companies or by government agencies. The resources in this kind of market are mobilized either through public issue or through private placement route. It is a public issue if everybody and anybody can subscribe to it, whereas if the issue is made available only to a selected group of persons, it is termed as private placement. There are two major types of issuers of securities: corporate entities who issue mainly debt and equity instruments, and the government who issue the debt securities. The secondary market enables participants who hold securities to adjust their holding in response to changes in their assessment of risk and return. Once the new securities are issued in the primary market, they are traded in the secondary stock market. The secondary stock market operates through two mediums, namely the over-the-counter market and exchange-traded market. The exchanges in India follow a systematic settlement period. The trades executed in exchanges are cleared and settled by a clearing corporation. The clearing corporation acts as a counterparty and guarantees the settlement. A variety of secondary market is the forward market, where securities are traded for future delivery and payment. A variant of the forward market is the futures and options. Presently, two stock exchanges, NSE and BSE, deal with it. In our economic system, some units, individuals, institutions are surplus generating and who are called as savers, while others are deficit generating called spenders. If I am to look at the four important segments in a market, it includes investors, issuers, intermediaries and regulators. An investor is the backbone of the capital market of any economy, as he is the one who is lending his surplus resources funding the setting up of expansion of companies in return for a financial gain. At present, there are 5 main legislations that govern the securities market, namely the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992 (SEBI), the Companies Act 1956, the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, the Depositories Act, and the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Exchanges in the country offer a screen-based trading system. There are more than 10,000 trading members registered with SEBI. SEBI has advanced a long way towards protecting and safeguarding interests of investors from the hazards of predators existing in the market. SEBI has dedicated itself to this cause. We have seen that via different guidelines, SEBI has made it sure that no stone remains unturned in the path in the mission of protecting investors. A number of initiatives have been taken by the government from time to time so as to provide financial and regulatory reforms in the primary and secondary segments of capital market. These measures broadly aim to sustain the confidence of investors, both domestic and international. Thus, capital market plays a vital role in fostering economic growth of the country as it augments the quantities of real savings, increases the net capital inflow from abroad, raises the productivity of investments by improving allocation of investable funds, and reduces the cost of capital in the economy. To conclude, I would like to quote the lines of classical Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar. Kodayali, Sengol, Kudiyombal, Nangum, Udayanam Vendarku Oli means generous grants, compassion, righteous rule, and succor to the downtrodden are a hallmark of good governance, and that is the task undertaken by SEBI in the governance of capital markets in India. With this, I join hands with my fellow professional colleagues in extending a warm welcome to you all. Thank you.